Youth runner here with Viewpoint Junior standout, Olly O'Connor, 15:14.9. Yes, we're only in October, ladies and gentlemen. This is not November 30th at the state meet. We're at the 45th ASICS Clovis Invitational here in Fresno. Absolutely brilliant performance, Olly. I mean, even since I had the blessing of watching you, at Cool Breeze and just the continued growth and improvement, what does that kind of performance in mid-October mean to you?
It means a lot. I didn't really know what kind of shape I'd be in going into this race. We had a big training block leading up to Woodbridge. Then we had some downtime after it, and then we just started picking back up again. So I hadn't had a really hard effort since Woodbridge about like 3-ish weeks ago. So I was just wanted to go out there, see what kind of shape I was in, race hard in this course, and I definitely surpassed my expectations. So it feels great.
You're a very intelligent, not only student athlete but also competitor. Obviously, the course at Cool Breeze, the course at Woodbridge, is not the course at Woodward Park, right? So I mean, we know that you're able to sustain a really hard effort over over a long period, but to be able to do it on this course, right? To stretch it out to 5K, to be able to handle Killer Hill like you did, like how affirming is it? Like a lot of people could be like, oh, well, he's running fast just because he's running loops at the Pomona Fairplex, or it's a flat soccer complex at Great Park, whatever. It's like 15-14 would get you in the top 10 at the state meet in Division 5 every year, and again, we're only in October. So just how important was it for you just to be like, hey, you know what, like this is the course that ultimately decides everything on November 30th, so I need to be able to do it here?
Yeah, it feels great. I'm very lucky my team trains on lots of hills all year round. We do trail runs all the time, lots of hill workouts, but especially in the beginning of the season, obviously all these flat invitationals and stuff. We're really focused on also like speed work and like interval work and strength workouts. So don't do as many hills, so this is always kind of a wild card, like, oh, am I gonna be in good hill shape or not? But we run enough hills just all throughout the summer and all throughout the beginning of the season where we kind of know that we're gonna be able to come here and really perform. Then it's super good on this course, so you can just kind of pop up a lot of the hills too. It's only really Killer Hill that you have to prepare for,
right,
mentally and physically. But like all the downhill before, the strategy for all those hills is just kind of like gain as much speed as possible beforehand and try and pop up as much as you can before like gritting it out to the top. So it feels really good that not just me, my whole team was able to do that today and really perform on a pretty tough course, definitely much tougher than Woodbridge and Cool Breeze, so absolutely. It feels great.
I'm so glad that you talked about the team. Obviously, love seeing you guys, celebrate these moments together. How valuable is it for the group in terms of like not only giving the team a greater understanding? I mean, obviously, I could tell, in the second mile that you have a much better understanding of how you want to attack this course, versus, when you've been here in the past. But for the group, right? Not only to give them more awareness of how they need to respect this course and, and how this course challenges them, but also that motivation and that inspiration that it's like, hey, we're going to be here in mid-October, but we don't want it just to be the Olly O'Connor show on November 30th. We want the whole Viewpoint Patriots group to be here. So how important is it to kind of, create that, like what that long-term vision looks like for you and the team?
Yeah, it's fantastic. We have a lot of new guys this year, so it's really extremely different from the years prior, but it's so good. Everyone's so motivated, so fun. Just besides from like all like the running fast and achievements that we just have such a great team dynamic, and that really like shows in practices and workouts and races and stuff. Everyone's so excited and so ready to go to work. Then especially on a course like this where like over half our varsity team hasn't even run this course before, we were very intentional about walking through it yesterday and like showing them where to push, where to like kind of settle, where to like do X, Y, and Z, so we could run faster today. And everyone was so excited, everyone was so attentive, and like everyone was just so ready to go after it, and everyone has such a good competitive mindset, but also is like willing to like have fun, like relax when they need to. So the team's looking great, and I think we're only gonna get better as we get closer to November.
Awesome. Olly, last thing, and I said the same thing to you after Cool Breeze. I mean, just a brilliant effort to be able to challenge yourself and elevate yourself when not a lot of people are around. Like knowing that you're at 15-14 here. I mean, again, nothing's promised, nothing's guaranteed, right? But just understanding that it's like when Landon's there, when Ann's there, when when Ben's there, when Andrew Burr's there, and so many others. Like how much does that excite you? That it is a very realistic possibility that if you're feeling good and if the race is honest, that you could potentially be a sub-15 guy on this course.
Mm-hmm. It's extremely exciting, yeah. Like going into the season, I knew I definitely wanted to get on that podium, get top 10 at state, but then
I think we need to reevaluate those goals, my friend.
Well, I didn't really know where I would be throughout the season, so I really wanted to just like push, see where I'm at, and luckily I've gained a lot more fitness than I was expecting to at this point in the season. So I know that if I just keep putting in the work, I can eventually get there, and it's so exciting to know like sub 15 was probably a goal I wanted to save to like senior year or something, but now there's a possibility if I race hard enough and put in the work over these next like month and a half, it could happen. So we'll see. It's so exciting, and I know at state the competition there's going to be perfect for it. So
Awesome.
we'll see how it goes.
Well, it's one of the best years, if not the best ever, in Olly O'Connor's division, and obviously he is one of the big reasons why. And obviously, can't wait to see him and the entire Patriots group back here on November 30th. Olly, stay healthy. Best luck going forward.
Thank you so much.